Good morning. Welcome to Change Pace Poetry. I'm Leland Jamieson. This morning I'm going to read 4 poems which utilize strong metaphor to make more vivid an idea or feeling than would otherwise be possible. These 4 poems all deal with the writing of poetry, which can get to be sometimes somewhat abstract, as Wallace Stevens has taught us often. These are all short poems. First is called Void of White. The void of white. Before that first impression hands have not rehearsed, before the voice has found its chords, or fingers beat their keys to swords, before each moves, creates anew, most deeply frightens me. And you? This next poem is called Arc of Quarks. It alludes to theories in theoretical physics, a concept called zero-point field. If you're not familiar with that, I invite you to look it up. It's rather interesting. A cubic foot of energy in the zero-point field, for example, would cause all the world's oceans to boil. It has so much energy in it, and yet that cubic foot is found in darkest, blackest, outer space at the lowest measurable absolute zero. So we don't think of it as having much energy. We don't perceive very much about the universe. Anyway, this is called Arc of Quarks. What is this pleasure, making poems from tabula rasa, from scratch? From void's deep nothingness, what homes upon the sentient being's thatch? What lights it like a flaming match, and would consume it, yet ignites with grace these words by bits and bites? What paces heart, darts inner eye, reverbs in mind, rebounds from brain through pen or keyboard, fingers ply? What vibes try voice chords, give free rein to bone and earwave ear's domain? What zero-point fields found, gone quarks delight us with their blinking arcs? The next poem is less abstract, more personal. It's called From a Long Pig's Pen. And you know, a long pig is what cannibals call us when they eat us. Here it is, From a Long Pig's Pen. A fellow asked me once, "What makes you tick?" Expressed in 3 words, neither more nor less. You'd think I'd know all my own bailiwick, but I'd not thought it through, I must confess. No thoughts or feelings would stay put. I roped and hog-tied lots of them, but most dodged off my cagey pen, while others interloped. So I gave up the game of philosoph. The rods and cones of it come down to this. By letting go obsessive hot pursuit, I draw myself away from that abyss, to slanting light, capricious breezes, a route. Blank paper, meter, rhyme, so frangible, my 3 are seeing, making, tangible. And the last poem today is called Form as Kindling. A poet may seek less from speech than embers, from smoldering coals that shrink on his gray grate, until with kindling he some flame remembers. What heartbeat metered lines accelerate, his unsung mother tongue will celebrate, when inner chimes draw her to life with rhyme, well matching both his past and present time. Before you go, I want to invite you to join me at jamiesonspoetry.com, where you'll find the text of these poems, plus this video, so that you can enjoy, if you're a textual person the way I am, you can enjoy the interplay of the two and not depend entirely upon your ears to catch words, sometimes unfamiliar words, on the fly. So please do join me there. Also, if you are interested in the antiquities, the Anunnaki, who were the pilots of our first recorded UFOs way back, before the time of Christ, then I invite you to look at the Anunnaki Iraq theme page. And finally, if you would like to learn a little bit about writing informal meter and rhyme, check out the You Rhyme It page, where there's a free module you may use. And if you're able to make it work for you using the reverse principle, write a half a dozen poems, again using the reverse principle from beginning to end. And when you've done that, send the best of those to me. Just send one. Now, to each individual who sends me his or her best poem, to the top 3 I will write formal critiques, so you'll get some response to your work. If it's really good, I may ask your permission to read it. In any event, do check in to jamiesonspoetry.com, and in the meanwhile, enjoy yourselves, have a great day, and thank you for joining me.